这照片里，男的是我爸爸，女的是我妈妈。他们年轻时身材都很标致，经营这一档肉骨茶，直到老，现在已经去世了。男的是我哥哥，女的是我。我不太喜欢我哥哥的个性和懒散的态度。6年级开始，我爸爸就叫我去减肥，吃了减肥药，节食加上运动，最终成功瘦身。认识了我的前夫，那时候大概认识1年多，然后怀孕5个月，这时怀孕大概7个月，我们就结婚了。我从小就是容易肥胖的体质，胖了后，同学们都远离我了。又瘦了之后，同学们又在很积极的一起社交活动，我是这样感觉。我2个可爱精灵的孩子，生过孩子之后，我没有靠任何药物，就是节食和运动就瘦下来。但有一段时间没有时间运动，接二连三的和家人一起享用美食，最终又再胖回了。某一天吵了一架，岳父请来了一个师傅做法事，杀了一只兔子，然后过上一段很黑暗的日子，遇上一个老男子，最后才发现他居然是那个法师。我不知道这究竟是巧遇还是设计。不久后也已经跟前夫离婚了，但我真的不想跟前夫藕断丝连，因为他一直企图想让我帮他赚钱。男生应该有手有脚吧，应该不会是想兜个圈子想吃软饭的吧，所以我不想跟他牵扯下去。如果他对我的态度是好的，我可以跟他同甘共苦，可是他不是。资深护士分享死前最后悔的5件事：花太多时间在工作，没勇气表达感受，没和朋友保持联络。我不觉得，因为我的朋友很多都是来找我帮忙，事后又会感谢不会有，但抱怨就会往我这里来的那种，所以我不相信友情这件事。过着别人要我过的生活，生活不是摆在社交圈的那几张照片，我活得不够开心。老实说，我脚踏实地拼自己能力赚的，我真的很快活。可是我不能够一次又一次的被伤害，心早已经碎了。在你们面前可能看到的是我不能控制自己的发脾气，可是你看到过我曾经流过多少眼泪吗？怎样给人践踏，你知道滋味吗？我说，这些都是千真万确发生在我身上的事情。我不偷不抢不拐，脚踏实地的在干我的事。我不想有人来影响我，我不能提供别人任何帮助了，因为我自己也顾不好自己。不要到处跟我讲我谁不顾这个不顾那个不顾，他们是男人，我是女人，为什么我要顾？为什么？我不懂，为什么没有人可以顾我？我一直要不断的顾别人。到底谁是那个背后的魔鬼？为什么要让我活得那么辛苦？ Let's start today's title. Above is few public figure. Who do you think is the most happier? Which one is more persuasive? How persuasive do your employees need to be? In the workplace, People tend to fall along a spectrum. Some people have a really hard time convincing others to act. They could sell water to the proverbial well. Of course, most of us fall somewhere in between these two extremes. Understanding the persuasive personality trait can help you improve your working relationship, manage more effectively, and make smarter hires. What does it mean to be persuasive? Someone with persuasive personality trait is able to convince others to do, believe, or buy things. How they do it varies widely and often depend on their overall personality. Some persuasive people have confident, strong personalities that others tend to go along with. Others may be charming and charismatic, while still others may be highly intellectual, reasoner who lay out all the facts to their advantage, and so on. No matter how they do it, the end result is the same. Persuasive people have a higher than average success rate at convincing others to go with their agenda. What are the qualities of persuasive person? Here are a few signs that someone tends to be persuasive. They have magnetic personalities, inspire enthusiasm in others. They present ideas and opinions with confidence. They do what they need to do to get their point across and generally aren't afraid to push a subject that others might hesitate to raise. They often thrive in environments like sales, public relations, law, and other client-facing or promotional positions, but can be found in all types of careers. How to work with a persuasive person? Tapping into the strengths of your persuasive employees. Help them put their convincing nature to work for the whole team. How to train a persuasive person? Give context. You can be sure that your persuasive employees will be suggesting new ideas and ways of doing things down the road. So give as much background information as you can to give them a better grasp of the whole picture. Persuasive personalities are often natural leaders. Even if they aren't in leadership roles, focus on training your persuasive people to do things the right way, and you may find that the rest of the team follows. How to motivate someone who is persuasive? Recognize their achievements. Sometimes managers lean heavily on the skills of their persuasive employees without stopping to notice the way in which their skills benefit the team. That's especially true for soft skills and interpersonal connections, which can have huge tangible benefit. What is the opposite of being persuasive? Just as some people are born persuaders, some are missing that knack of getting others to agree with them. What does it mean to be unpersuasive? People who aren't persuasive had a harder time getting others to go along with their ideas and viewpoints. Just as with a persuasive person, there are many reasons why someone might come off as unpersuasive. In the end, however, the unpersuasive employee has a harder than usual time convincing others. Additionally, some people are persuasive in certain contexts, such as a small group meeting with people they know well, but struggle in others, such as presenting in front of larger groups. What are the qualities of an unpersuasive person? A few signs that someone doesn't tend to be persuasive. They aren't comfortable when they need to convince someone else to act by or believe something. They may be nervous when things rely on their ability to convince. They would prefer others do the work of persuasion. How to work with an unpersuasive person? Unpersuasive people don't advocate for themselves or their ideas as naturally as persuasive people do. Learning to pay a bit of extra attention can go a long way toward retaining top talent. How to train an unpersuasive employee? Be clear about when the employee needs to speak up. For example, if they aren't getting the report they need from other departments on time, let them know to look you in sooner rather than later. Depending on the role, you may want to offer ongoing training about becoming more persuasive and assertive. Most people need practice and training to become confident presenters and public speakers. How to motivate someone who isn't persuasive? Be sure you are paying attention to their needs at work. Are they having a hard time navigating blockers? Is there something they could use from other departments? Ask how you can advocate for them. Don't wait for them to speak up about their goal, ambition, and workplace preference. Some people have a hard time asking for what they want. Leave time in your one-on-one session to ask this question, but also make sure you are giving them time to think it over. Be approachable in various mediums, in person, via email, over company chat, so that the employee can use the style that works best for them. How to give feedback to an unpersuasive employee? If unpersuasiveness is affecting the employee's work performance, give feedback about how they can improve. Persuasiveness is a personality trait, but persuasion is a skill that can be learned. Work with your employees to find what works for them. Do they need to write down notes before a meeting to ensure they speak peace? Do they do better with follow-up calls or email? Not everyone needs to use the same method. If your employee is working on speaking up in group setting, give feedback after the fact. Position reinforcement when they accept themselves appropriately can go a long way towards helping more reserved personalities speak up. Which is a better worker, unpersuasive or persuasive personalities? Some roles demand persuasion at every level, especially those with a large interpersonal component. Others don't require high levels of persuasion, and unpersuasive person can perform happily at a high level once they achieve their goal. Another thing to remember, persuasion is a teachable skill. Anyone can learn to advocate for themselves and their idea more successfully, while someone who is uncomfortable with persuasion will likely not be happy in a role that demands a high level of it. Most people can learn to adapt to the level of advocacy they need to do for their role. Looking at the personality profile of your most successful employees can help you determine whether persuasiveness is a key component of a role or not. The above articles I read from the website. I feel it's useful so that I share. I'm not genius, not prettiest, but through reading, I get my confidence. No matter fast or late, one day you will achieve your goal. I just tell myself, with this way, I achieve all the goal I want. Thanks for all of your view and stay tuned for next chapter. No matter what happens, life is so on. I choose to live with a scar. I think it's best than to live with a wound forever. This world so amazing. Still a lot of amazing things for us to explore. Focus on amazing things. Keep me live as alive and energetic.